Hey guys, Director of Instruction for Top Speed Golf, Robin Rosado here. So we talk a lot about lag, and how we can get lag, how we can shallow out that club early, create a ton of lag in the swing so we can hit it further, hit it a little bit more solid. But one thing that I hear a lot, what people I give lessons to through our unlimited reviews or just in person, is that they're working so hard and trying to create lag in their swing, but now they're chunking it. And like, what is happening in there? It's like, I'm doing what you're saying, what you want me to do, but I'm chunking the ball. So we're gonna talk today about how you can stop chunking the ball and what you're doing, maybe what you're doing wrong, trying to help with lag. Okay guys, lag. You're working really hard on that lag, but now you're chunking it and you're absolutely losing your mind. And I would be too. I hate chunking the golf ball. So one thing I see a ton about with people is that when we're working on this lag, we're trying to shot that club. We're working a lot on trying to get this angle, this shot that's getting closer to our body here. And what some people do, and I think the most common thing that I see the most is they forget to continue to rotate through. Even with these irons, we're focusing so hard on creating lag, hitting down on the ball and creating shaft lean, but we forget about our rotation of our hips. And that's actually very key, because if you don't rotate your hips, then you're not going to create the proper lag. You're not going to get shaft lean like we talk about in a top speed golf system. That compression line here, we're not going to get that if you don't allow those hips to rotate through. So again, the common thing I see the most is people get here, maybe they're sliding through, or they're just not rotating or not moving their weight at all. Those hips are staying square. And the reason why you're chunking is, so maybe you got lag here. This is like, okay, I feel it, I've got it. But on the way down, you're still having to throw your hands at it, really push that right hand through it, because if you don't open those hips and those hips are squared, that club head needs to release at some point, or else it's just gonna be right. So maybe you're struggling with that too. But in order to release that club head, you're gonna wanna naturally throw those hands at it to release the club because your hips have stopped. So you're working on lag. What you need to focus on too still is we're getting here and letting those hips rotate through, and actually that's gonna give you the proper lag. If I don't, rotating is gonna help me create lag on the downswing and then allow through impact that my hands are gonna pass the ball, and then it's gonna create that whip effect through impact. So now we have our good compression line. My hips are 45 degrees open and I'm hitting the ball nice and solid. So those are really the most common thing I see with people, is they're just still not rotating their hips through to really create the right proper amount of lag and then shaft lean at impact. All right guys, so good luck working on that. Don't forget to keep rotating those hips through when you're working on that lag on your downswing. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video talking about lag and how we can hit it solid if you're struggling chunking the ball with lag. But now what happens next is about impact and the compression line that we create at impact. So there's gonna be a previous gameplay here in a second talking about how we can hit the ball even more solid with talking about our hips more. And click on the iCard for the full version video, plus 5 free bonus videos on our website. All right guys, good luck working on it as always, and have fun, play well.
Rotating back, creating lag, releasing lag, those are all very, very important, but none of that matters unless we can consistently hit that ball right on the center of the sweet spot and compress this golf ball. And that really comes down, a great deal of this comes down to how our body is positioned at impact, and that's what I call the compression line. And I want to make sure that I'm coming down and through, hitting the ball first every single time. Now my body has to be set up in a proper way to be able to do this. So when you're coming into contact, I need my left ankle, my left hip, and my left shoulder to all be lined up in a straight line, hanging back and coming up too thin where I'm picking the ball off the ground, maybe flipping or scooping as I'm coming through contact. My body's set up in a way where I can deliver the club down and through the ball every time. With the direction our shoulders are pointing are gonna dictate where we can release the club and how we can release the club. So that's the general overall idea. We need that compression line.
It's allowing her to release the club, and she has one of my favorite swings on the LPGA Tour. Really solid fundamentals. And again, Rory McIlroy here, just a great swing, very powerful.